Reacher Season 3 is back in action as filming kicks off yesterday. We said farewell to Jack Reacher for the time being as the explosive second season of Prime Video's Reacher came to an end in action-packed fashion, with Alan Ritchson's sentient man-shaped being made of elephant hide rode off on a Greyhound bus into the sunset. Following a brutal and bloody confrontation with Robert Patrick and Ferdinand Kingsley's slimy villains, Reacher and his 110th Special Investigations Unit closed the case on the unexplained murders of their former teammates and parted ways, armed with $65 million. In classic Reacher fashion, the big guy gave it all away to those around him, taking just under $2,000 for himself so that he could get himself a new toothbrush and a year-long bus pass to let him resume his life of wandering the country and living the life of a hobo once again. While the season was thoroughly enjoyable, it did adapt one of the few Jack Reacher novels, written by Lee Child, Bad Luck and Trouble, that sees Reacher working as part of a team. This does tend to go against the Reacher ethos of being a lone wolf, and to do so this early in the show's run was a surprise. Hopefully we get to see more of the shock and awe of Reacher's tremendous girth, stunning local townsfolk across Middle America as he wanders in unannounced. And the good news is we won't have too much longer to wait for that either, as Ritchson took to Instagram to post a gnarly photo of himself all bloodied and muddied up as Reacher with the caption of, "Welp, we're back." Season 3 of Reacher. Crustier than ever. What is Reacher about? The show has been a tremendous success for Prime Video, with the second season premiere of Reacher garnering an enormous 1.7 billion minutes of viewership, as it climbed to the second position in Nielsen's streaming top 10, and the #1 spot for original series, monitored by the platform. Reacher is based on the series of books by Lee Child around the character of Jack Reacher, a man of such bizarrely large proportions that he literally defies science. The character is a former major in the United States Army Military Police Corps. He roams the United States, taking odd jobs and investigating suspicious and frequently dangerous situations. The character is known for his imposing physical stature, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighing between 210 and 250 pounds, and for his no-nonsense approach to solving problems. He is a skilled fighter and marksman, possessing a sharp mind and a strong sense of justice. Fans of Lee Child's iconic character Jack Reacher can rejoice. Reacher Season 3 has officially kicked off filming, and the excitement is palpable. After a highly successful first season on Prime Video and a second season that has audiences eagerly awaiting its release, the third installment promises even more action, intensity, and suspense. With filming now underway, the next chapter in Reacher's story is poised to deliver everything that fans have come to expect from the stoic ex-military police officer: bone-crushing fight scenes, brilliant detective work, and a sense of justice that cuts through corruption like a knife. The evolution of Reacher. From page to screen for over 2 decades, Lee Child's Jack Reacher novels have captivated readers worldwide with their gritty realism, complex characters, and the unrelenting force that is Reacher himself. Standing at 6'5", with a muscular build and a sharp mind, Reacher is a larger-than-life hero who operates outside the system, but always in the pursuit of justice. His backstory as a former military policeman allows him to bring both brute force and tactical precision to every situation, making him a unique and compelling character in the crime thriller genre. When Reacher was first adapted into a television series, fans were cautiously optimistic. After all, there had been previous attempts to bring the character to the big screen, with Tom Cruise playing the lead in 2 films. While Cruise's performances were well received, some fans felt that his physical portrayal of Reacher didn't quite match the imposing figure described in the books. Enter Alan Ritchson. The actor, best known for his roles in Titans and Smallville, was cast as Jack Reacher for the Prime Video series, and it didn't take long for him to win over audiences. At 6'2", with a commanding screen presence, Ritchson embodied the character in a way that felt more in line with the books' descriptions. His portrayal of Reacher was both charismatic and intimidating, perfectly capturing the character's blend of intelligence, physicality, and moral compass. The first season of Reacher was a huge success, drawing millions of viewers and receiving high praise for its faithful adaptation of Lee Child's work. Season 1 focused on Killing Floor, the first book in the Reacher series, and introduced audiences to the small-town intrigue, conspiracy, and violence that often surround Reacher wherever he goes. With the second season set to premiere soon, anticipation is building for what's next. And now, with the announcement that Reacher Season 3 is in production, fans are already speculating about what stories and characters might be adapted next. What to expect from Season 3? While plot details for Season 3 are still under wraps, fans can expect the new season to continue adapting Reacher's adventures in a way that stays true to the source material. The second season is based on the 11th book, Bad Luck and Trouble, which sees Reacher teaming up with members of his old military police unit to investigate the murder of one of their own. This darker and more personal storyline has raised the stakes for Reacher, making Season 3 even more crucial for continuing this character-driven narrative. One of the unique aspects of Reacher's world is that each novel takes him to a different place with a different mystery to solve. He's a drifter by nature, carrying nothing but the clothes on his back and a toothbrush. This makes the show dynamic, as each season can introduce entirely new locations, villains, and supporting characters. It's this ever-changing backdrop that keeps the audience engaged, as Reacher never stays in one place long enough for things to become routine. Given that Reacher is a loner by choice, Season 3 will likely continue to explore his complex relationships with others. While he often forms alliances with local law enforcement or other characters caught up in the mystery, Reacher's distrust of institutions and authority figures remains a key part of his identity. He's a man who operates on his own terms, and that tension between his need for justice and his reluctance to be tied down makes him one of the most compelling anti-heroes on television today. The cast and crew, familiar faces and newcomers, with filming underway for Season 3, many of the key players from previous seasons are expected to return. Alan Ritchson, of course, will reprise his role as Jack Reacher, bringing the same intensity and focus that has defined his performance thus far. His portrayal of the character has been lauded for its depth, with Ritchson balancing Reacher's physical prowess with the character's keen intellect and dry wit. One of the joys of the Reacher series has been its strong supporting cast, which has brought a variety of memorable characters to life. In Season 1, Willa Fitzgerald played Officer Roscoe Conklin, a tough-as-nails cop who forms an uneasy partnership with Reacher. Malcolm Goodwin's portrayal of Chief Detective Finley added another layer of complexity, as his character's by-the-book approach often clashed with Reacher's more direct methods. Whether any of these characters will return for Season 3 remains to be seen, but it's likely that new faces will join the ensemble to help Reacher navigate whatever fresh dangers he encounters. Behind the camera, the creative team led by showrunner Nick Santora has been instrumental in crafting a series that remains faithful to the spirit of Lee Child's novels. Santora, who has previously worked on shows like Scorpion and Prison Break, has a knack for high-stakes storytelling and character-driven drama, both of which are essential for a show like Reacher. While Reacher continues to captivate audiences, the enduring appeal of Jack Reacher lies in his unwavering commitment to justice and his ability to see through the noise to uncover the truth. In a world where corruption and moral ambiguity often reign, Reacher's black and white sense of right and wrong is refreshing. He's a modern-day knight-errant, moving from town to town, righting wrongs and leaving before the dust even has time to settle.